Good morning, everyone. My name is Habiibah from Travelport Help Desk Group, and our training today is going to be about Global Exchange Manager, that is GEM, and Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. But we're going to look at GEM first. GEM is a Global Exchange Manager. It's a manual ticket exchange solution. I think you're able to see my screen, my slides. Please try to mute yourselves. Mute yourselves, please. I'm resharing the screen. Okay. Galileo Exchange Manager or GEM, the Global Exchange Manager, is a graphical user interface companion sitting on a Smartpoint and Galileo desktop, which means if you can use GEM either on Smartpoint and on Galileo desktop. A global solution for manual ticket exchanges for Galileo GDS users. Ticket exchanges and reissues are complicated. Travel agencies need a lot of experience and knowledge to be able to do them. However, GEM helps you to do ticket exchanges and reissues quickly, easily, and safely through 6 easy steps. Available to all markets, as this is a manual guide through the process of exchange stock reissues. Galileo Exchange Manager, we're looking at the benefits of GEM. GEM assists the agent in the exchange reissues processes, guiding them through a manual process, provides automatic calculation, which saves time, can exchange tickets within minutes, saves money by reducing errors in manual calculation, thereby reducing the number of ADMs issued due to incorrect calculation and reissues. Reissues the same ticket over and over. You can use GEM to reissue tickets over and over. It can cater for all situations, both before and after the passenger has started their journey. In this case, we trying to tell you that even if a ticket is partially utilized or is not being utilized at all, you can still use GEM to do the reissue. GEM supports group bookings within airline negotiated fares. Can be used for all fare types, including those published to the agents via APF. GEM works for all airlines in Travelport Galileo. Does not interact with Category 31 filing. Works for all airlines, but has no automation. It's a manual process for all airlines, including those filing Category 31. Usability, it's user-friendly, no cryptic entries. So it saves you from doing those cryptic entries. Easy involuntary booking and rerouting. So all this can be used in GEM, or all this can be done in GEM. GEM, by internal design, the agent can use GEM instead of manual calculations, like manual comparisons of the original and the new fare and taxes instead of using cryptic entries, which are obviously difficult to remember. GEM, when in GEM, you're able to see the comparison, or you do a comparison between the original fare and the new fare, between the new taxes and the old taxes. Then there are some points to remember about GEM. GEM is a complementary solution to rapid reprice. Airlines not coding Category 31, involuntary booking, rerouting, cases of flight routing and aircraft changes. So in case of involuntary routing, or if the airline has canceled a flight and they ask you to rebook, you can still use GEM. This is involuntary rebooking. The second and subsequent exchange before departure, reissue after departure. So you can do changes or reissues, subsequent exchanges when you're using GEM. Group fares not loaded in the system. Even if group fares are not loaded in the system, you can still use GEM. Collection of penalty as EMD. With GEM, you can collect penalty fees like reissue fees as EMD, addition to fare as queue searches, or group penals. You can still do them in GEM, or other cases where agent interference is necessary. So GEM saves you from many things, many errors. So, and when a booking is new, when a new booking is required, you still have to do. You can still use GEM. For example, if you issued a ticket and then the passenger didn't travel at that time, so like it requires you to create a new booking. Just create your new booking, go to GEM, and then do the reissue, right? Now we're going to go through the process itself, as in see how GEM works. We're going to go to Travelport Smartpoint and see. I have my booking. Let me try to retrieve it. Let me do the screen sharing again. Let me share. I think you're able to see my Smartpoint. Getting to my booking. I have my booking here. It's already ticketed. I already amended the booking file. Like any other reissues, before you do the reissue, all you check, first of all, you check the coupon status. My coupon status are open, I already checked it. And then you go read the rules. I read the rules already. And then I went ahead and amended my booking file. I can see 30th of January to Manchester, and then 15th of February from Manchester to Entebbe on S in Brussels. Now I'm going to launch GEM so that we start the process. It's a hash GEM. If your GEM is activated on your PC, you type in hash GEM to launch the GEM platform. GEM is launching. Let's give it a minute and see. Here we are with GEM, Global Exchange Manager. Like I said before, GEM has six easy steps that you go through to reissue your ticket or to exchange your ticket. Getting started, step one, select an action to perform. We have two actions here. We have reissue, that is if you're going to reissue the ticket now, or you can want to do an informative calculation. You can, if you want to, informative calculation comes in when you do not want to issue or not the ticket, but you want to know how much is going to be the ADC, or how much is your client is going to pay for that reissue, for that change they have made. So let's go straight to reissue, because that is our main interest today. It says select reissue, your calculation will be saved and you will be able, to issue the ticket. Then for informative calculation only, your calculation will not be saved. So we've selected reissue, that is our interest, and then select ticket, the ticket number. Sorry?
Sorry about that, please go on.
Ticket number, issue date, then the passenger. name and the segment. This segment, as we have the ticket number here. So you're supposed to tick or check the ticket number you want to issue. I go ahead and select the ticket number and then move down. GEM exchange agreement. Like you all know, we are supposed to agree on the terms. So we go ahead and confirm. We've checked terms of service, privacy policy, and all fares and fare rules apply to the original ticket, category 16. So I tick to go ahead. Then that is step 1. We go to the next step. You click next, that you move to the next step. Okay. Sorry. Just a minute. Let me go back a bit. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry. Let me just change something. Just hang on there, please. I'm trying. I didn't change. I amended the booking file. So I'm amending the booking file now, so that you go back to GEM. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me close GEM and reopen it. I'm launching GEM again. And to share the screen. Excuse me, sorry about that. Still trying to reshare the screen. It's like not working properly. Okay, we have got it. Okay. Are you able to, hope you all able to see my GEM again? Like I said before, it has six easy steps to follow. Get started, where we say the actions to be taken is either reissue or informative calculation. In this case, our main interest is reissue. So we go ahead and select the ticket number we want to reissue. That is step 1 is step 1, and then go on the tab.
Just to inquire with you.
Okay. Please go on. Okay, let me continue. Select the ticket number I want to reissue. I agree with
which one is that? Please go up slightly.
Terms and conditions. Please unmute your. Mute yourself.
Choose.
and then that is GEM exchange agreement. Next step is step 2, that is fare calculation. So I click here I click on next, that I am able to go to step 2. Okay, step 2 is fare calculation. Select fare quote. We're supposed to go to new fare quote, and then you choose fare calculation, involuntary changes, historical fare quote, or manual. If you want to do, if it's, let's say it's an involuntary change, you can click on involuntary change like that, and then you do an involuntary change without any collections, any additional collections. Or if you want historical, you can still click on historical. If manual means you're going to fill in the fare basis, the fare calculation, the taxes, everything manually. But let's go back to fare calculation. Then this is the passenger we want to issue, that is passenger 1, like you can see. Go ahead. Next thing is to select the segment you want to reissue. Like in this case, we are selecting all the segments. You have segment 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's not, this ticket is not partially utilized. It's a full unutilized ticket. So we select all the segments we want to reissue. Select, you can select, click on select all. You click on segment by segment. I've selected all, can you see? And then fare calculation type. Is it a before departure, after departure, fare quote with options, or fare quote history? Fare, or if it's not partially utilized, we go to before departure. If partially utilized, we go to after departure. Then fare quote with option. You can decide to fare quote with let's say certain, if you have a fare basis you want the system to pick, you can type in, you can go to fare quote with options and then type in the fare basis, like you see here. It has, let me go back before departure, you see how the screen looks, and then if I say fare quote with options, it brings the fare basis part. So you are supposed to type here your fare basis, the way, the fare basis you want the system to pick. But let me go, I don't have any fare basis to particular one I want. Let me go back to before departure. And then I continue additional options. If you have an account code, you can put it here. Passenger type code, that is adult. In this case, this is adult. If it's a child, you put a child code, infant code, like that. Then currency, we are using US dollars. Continue optional modifiers. If you have any modifiers, you can put optional modifier. It's an option. So if you have modifiers you want to particulars, you can put them there. And then after, you go to calculate. That is, this is the, it says addition options. We're done with the addition options. Now it has brought a comparison. Like I told you before, GEM gives a comparison, like you're able to see the old fare, old fare and then a new fare, old taxes and the new taxes. Right now, like you see, tax UG, total ticket value, fare value. It is on the old fare, it is the same as the one on the new fare. So UG is 000, all these other taxes are 00. There is no difference between the old taxes and the new taxes. And the only difference we have here comes in on the fare, or where original fare was 371 and the new fare is 412. Hence this 41 ADC. So we go down. It says automatic calculation may be inaccurate. We recommend you to check it manually. In case you want to check, you can click here to do the manual check. But we are not interested in the manual check now because of time. But you can always visit and do the checks. I mean, try to know, to see how the manual check is done. You know, you can do that manually as you do some practice in your offices. Let's continue to the next step. Next step, that is step 3, is commission and penalties. Penalties. But by penalties and commissions, we this is where we are supposed to collect the the reservation change in case there is any, or if it's absent, you click on absent. Or if you want to collect it as an EMD, click there. If the airline you're working on allows you to collect a reservation change as an EMD, you click there, and then you see this is how it comes out. EMD template, rebooking fee, international. That is a reason code, and then the sub-reason code is here, the currency, and then you are supposed to put the amount you are going to collect on that EMD. You want to collect on that EMD. Let's say if it's $100, you put $100 there, and then EMD tax name optional. The fee description is international. Form of payment, is it going to be cash? Is your client paying you on cash, with cash, or you're going to use cash as a form of payment? So you check there, and then print locally. If you want to print it locally, you click there. If you want to email it, but the emailing part is non-active, so you can only print locally. You can only print locally. Then like I said, form of payment, cash, invoice, credit card. All those who are on EP, you can still do EP there. Then you continue. And then if you want to collect it as a tax, you click here on tax, you select tax, and then you are supposed to put the tax code here. For example, I'm giving an example. I do not know the tax code for, let's say if it's XP for it's in Brussels, I'll do XP and then put the value here. If it's $100, I put it here and then I continue. If it's Q surcharge, I do the same. Click here and then you put you show how you're going to collect it, because if it's a Q surcharge, you're supposed to add it into in the fare calculation. So let me go back and say absent. If I say absent, then down here it says endorsement box. For example, if it's absent and you have anything to add in the endorsement box, for example, if you are given a waiver code, you can type it here in the endorsement box. Include it, or for example, issued due to COVID, so reissued. Issued due to COVID-19, then you continue. Percentage, this is commission. Percents is commission collected in percents, absolute or default carrier commission. You can default, you can click on default GDS carrier commission, because you know commission is stored in the GDS. So even if you leave it like that, it will still calculate the commission that is stored in the GDS. And then you go to the next, you have tour code here, and then IT, if it's an IT fare, you click IT or BT. Then non, here it is not, because it's non-IT or BT fare. So let's continue next. Okay. We're on step 4. This is the exchange mask. We finished commission and penalties, and then we chose penalties to be absent, and commission is 0%. So there is no commission given here. Continue. Exchange mask. This is ticket number. This is the ticket number we're exchanging. If we do not have a through ticket, if it's not a conjunction ticket, if it was a conjunction ticket, it would be yes here, but instead right now it's not conjunction, so it's a no. Then coupon numbers, the number of coupons that are on this ticket. We have 4 coupons that are on this ticket. Coupons for tickets, you have like ticket 1 has coupon 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you had a conjunction, for example, ticket 2, it would still show the coupon numbers that are on ticket 2. For example, if let's say if itinerary had 6 coupons, we'll see ticket 2 with their coupons here, 1, 2, and then the total value. Total value, that we mean that it shows the original fare. that was on the ticket, or that was on the, or that is on the ticket we want to reissue. And then the original form of payment comes here. The original form of payment was cash, like you see. And then we go to next. So still on step 4, the exchange mask. Here we have the paid taxes. 10 UG, or these are all the taxes that were paid on the previous ticket or on the ticket we were issuing. PFC taxes for US normally. You suppose if this, let's say this ticket was to the US, and for example, JFK would be here, and then the amount, the PFC tax, for example, 450 as amount would be there. But now it's not US, so it has to be blank. Now continue to next, we go to next. So it says form of payment, cash, invoice, all others, and then invoice, credit card, others. And now, right now, system automatically picks the original form of payment, because the original form of payment was cash. It assumes that you're still going to use cash as your form of payment. But in case it's not cash, you suppose and tick cash and type here, and sorry, tick invoice. If it's invoice, put it here, the let's say the company invoicing. For example, let's say I'm just going to do MTN, sorry, MTN. I put the MTN and I go here, change this amount, the 4100, which was on cash. I put it down here to invoice, like that. And then this one, I'm supposed to untick it. So my form of payment is invoice, MTN. And then that is the amount, $41 as an additional collection. That was an additional collection on the fare. If it's credit card or easy pay, you go here, put in the credit card details. If it's EP, you put EP here. For those who are using easy pay, put EP or CA here, and then the number, the EP number you generated from your EP account, star D, we're trying to put an expiry date, for example, 0821, sorry, 0821, that is 8th of August 21. We are, this is like, for as it's shown here, this is the example we are following. Okay, but still you go here, remove the $41 and put it, you remove it from invoice and put it here at credit card, and then continue. It says add additional collection required is $41. I cannot use easy pay from here on my system because I'm not allowed to do that. I don't have any EP account. So I have to go back to either do cash or invoice. Let me untick or unselect credit card and go back to cash. Put my 41 back, remove it from here, and then continue. Step 5, we're going to step 5, which is fare copying. It says, fare copying, please check passenger and select responding tickets. All skip this step by pressing next button. Okay, we're going to see fare copying, that is step 5. Fare data to be copied from passenger, this one, passenger Mohammed is an adult, and this was his ticket number, and then the total is this. We want to copy, in case you have more than one passenger in your booking, you want to copy the fare, as in all of them to have that same fare, you can go to fare copying and select the passenger you want to have the same, or you want that fare to be copied to. Select this passenger, either passenger 2, and then go here, select the passenger type, adult code. But this can only be done if the passenger type are the same. You cannot copy an adult fare to a child fare. Instead, you'll have to skip and go to next. Then go after that, you go back and you reissue or select the child ticket for reissuing. And go here, get the ticket number of that passenger you are copying. You want the fare to be copied to, and then proceed next. Okay. I clicked on next. Still waiting. Okay, it is responding. Okay, go to step 6, which is ticket print. Exchange process completed. You can print your tickets now, or store the fare only, and start over the script to process other passengers. Print selected tickets. So if you want to, you can select those tickets to be printed. If you, in case you don't want to issue passenger 1, you can select passenger 2 and print. Like you say, you can see your ticket numbers are here, then the passenger names are here. The additional collection for each of them is shown. P type is absent whenever there wasn't any reservation change to be collected, and then terminal screens check. Okay, and then from there, if you don't want to print those tickets now, you can skip that and go to store the fare and start over again. Or you can store the fare. Let me store the fare because I don't want to print the ticket now. Storing and confirm. You store the fare and confirm. If you don't want to print the ticket now, this may come in when someone say, "Can you reissue?" and then they have not confirmed or they haven't given you the money. You can store the fare. You can tick that, select the tickets like I've done, store the fare, and start over. And we say I confirm the additional collection amount in that table, and then go ahead. Then when your passenger or your client comes back to you, say, yeah, I can go ahead and reissue. You just go to your Smartpoint and do ticket P, then you print out the ticket. Okay. But right now, I want to issue the ticket. Then I'm not storing this fare. Then go to print. I select the tickets I want to reissue all those tickets, confirm, and then do next. For me, in order for me to print the tickets. That is the last step. Those are the 6 easy steps you go through when you're issuing in GEM. Let me wait for the system to respond. I'll click next for the reissuing. The internet is unstable. My internet is unstable, as you can see, but please bear with me. Okay, it says your ticket has been printed successfully. You can close this window and return to Galileo desktop, or press button below to start over exchanging other tickets. I do not want to exchange other tickets. I'm going to close this window and then go back to Smartpoint. Okay, just hold on a bit. I'm going back to Smartpoint. Let me reshare the screen for Smartpoint. Share. Here we are, back in Smartpoint. My ticket is reissued. I'm going to check. whatever I'm going to do, let me do it in a Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing, since we're also going to look at Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. When you go onto your Smartpoint, on your Smartpoint, you can see this is the COVID plugin, but below the COVID plugin, there is a plane that is like taking off. All on your right-hand side, you can see it's also here, Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. You can click on any, and then you are able to see Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing provides a user interface to manage a variety of ticket-related tasks in Travelport Galileo. It can only be got from Smartpoint. So if you have Galileo desktop, you won't be able to access Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. Like you here, it is Smartpoint. Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing is part of a baseline installation of Smartpoint. So a lot can be seen, or a lot can be done in Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. We're going to look at this ticket in Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing, like you see, I'm going to show you. Let me go to Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. In Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing, we can issue tickets from there. We can add or delete ticket modifiers and save the modifiers to the filed fare. We can we are able to see the ticket list, how many tickets that are issued in that booking file or that are in that PNR. You can be able to see them from there. You can actually, after displaying the ticket list, you are even able to see the coupon status for each of those tickets. You can do ticket revalidation. That is for example, if that airline allows you to do ticket revalidation, it allows reissue, revalidation. So you can do revalidation from there. And then still, you can do ticket voiding from Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. You can void both first issue and reissue tickets. Multiple tickets can also be issued that can also be voided at the same time. You can even do all perform full all partial refunds and cancellations in Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. You can do manual fare bills in Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing, and then also involuntary changes for in case an airline has done an involuntary change, you can still go to Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing and do the changes, the reissue. So let's first see how we can do the ticket issuing. So, but I don't have not amended, so I can't. I'm just going to go through it, but I won't be able to do that issue now. I have this is like, for example, if I have this passenger and that is the name, I've done the fare. That here, if it wasn't ticketed, let me go back. Passenger name comes here. The passenger type adult, the fare I've quoted in the system comes here, and then the fare status. This is a guaranteed fare, which is good from the system, and then ticket number. If the booking file is not ticketed, here it will show you not ticketed, but this one is ticketed already, so it has the ticketing number, but it will be showing not ticketed, and then go up to the fare that is filed in the system. It comes here, and then the plating carrier. There you are able to do the put in the commission, either the percentage or an amount, depending with your, let's say the airline gives you 3%, you type in 3, and then you proceed. Form of payment, you can still change or amend or put any form of payment you want, or you are allowed to use. Invoice, like it's cash. Invoice, with invoice you can do invoice, and then a free text follows. Let's say invoice, for example, MTN, and then the LPO number, if you want to put it there, like that. That is invoice. Or if it's not invoice, you can do cash. Put your do cash. All miscellaneous, but these are the ones we normally use here: cash, to check, credit card, or credit card. After choosing credit card, for us or some of us who are using EasyPay, you choose credit card, select the card type. Here, what is mentioned, EP, you can't type EP here, but instead you can go and choose CA, MasterCard, and then put the EP number here as given from your EP account, and then the date of expiry, say 08/21, and then no authorization for EP, but for those credit cards, you put the authorizations here, authorization number, and then continue. Okay, and let me go back because I'm not going to do the issue. And then when it comes to printing, you can do document production modifiers. So if you want none, you click none. If you want a TKP DAD, you select DAD, TKP DID, then select whatever document production modifier you want. Go to ticket list. And the ticket list, we are able to see all the tickets that have been issued in this booking file. We have the first one, which is this one, the original ticket for Mr. Muhammad Bazira, which is exchanged. And then the new one, which is open for Mr. Bazira, like I can see. And then Madame Aida, the original ticket, which is exchanged. Remember, we exchanged this, we did a reissue for these passengers. And then the recent ticket number, which is open, the 49, I can see. And then ticket revalidation. If you want to do revalidation, I think let me try out something the revalidation. Can I close? I have to close this if I want to show you how to revalidate. But anyway, let me just continue because time is not on our side. Okay. For revalidation, like I said, if the airline allows revalidation, you are able, or you can do it through Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. Read the rules. Consult the airline if the airline allows you to do so. Amend the booking file, and then go here. You select here by doing this. You select the coupon or the legs. Coupon 1. You select the number, the whatever, the coupon, and then you go to coupon that one. Why isn't this one selected? You select the first coupon. The second coupon, actually here you select only, because I remember we amended only the outbound, so we do not have to select the inbound. So we leave the inbound. We're supposed to leave the inbound because the original is the same as the original ticket. In what I'm trying to say is that when you're doing ticket revalidation, you only select those coupons you want to revalidate. For example, if you change the outbound, you only select the outbound coupons. You leave alone the inbound. You do not select the inbounds. So once you select, the not valid before and after also changes to those new dates. You have selected all the new dates you have booked in the booking, in the amended booking file. And then you can go ahead and do revalidate. Click here to revalidate. That is ticket revalidation in Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. And the next thing is ticket void. If you want to do the voiding in Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing, you either, for example, if you don't have the ticket number or the ticket number in the booking file, you can, or you're outside the booking file, you can click here and type in the ticket number. But for our case, we have all the ticket number. Our booking file is still active and the ticket numbers are all showing. So we select, if you say like you see passenger, the ticket, then issue date, form of payment, coupons, or coupon 1 open, coupon 2 open, coupon 3 open, coupon 3 open. Remember, we only void open tickets. Or if a ticket is in airport, but it's been issued today, you can void it. You know the voiding rules, you void within 24 hours. Or if any tickets that was issued today after midnight can be voided. If there's any ticket that was issued last night after midnight can be voided today or tonight before midnight. Those are the voiding rules. So you can go, or if you don't, you can go here and select void. Once you select, you click up, it means you're going to void all the tickets that are in this booking file. But if you don't want to void all of them, you can go here, click or select the one you want to void at that time, and then go ahead, click on void, and then proceed with voiding. Then ticket refund, let's first look at refund, and then after I shall go back and void, because definitely we need to void these tickets for us not to be shy. We always have to check our team's report before the end of the day and then do the voiding if it's necessary, or if there's any ticket that needs to be voided. And then ticket refund. If you want to do a refund still, you can go here, like here, we only refund, open, airport, you can't refund, exchange the coupons, exchange tickets. So full refund, if you want a full refund, you click there, and then full refund, you go ahead, issue date, put the issue date, still go on, no, here, no, this one comes in when you're adding a ticket number. So we leave this one, we're not adding any ticket number, but if you are doing full refund and there is cancellation fee, you put $100, they say cancellation fee, then owning PCC, the issuing PCC, and if there is any waiver code for where there is no cancellation fee, you can put 00, and then the owning PCC, they say 7Z, 5 is my PCC, training PCC, and then the waiver code, they say COVID-19, and then you continue, that is with refund. After that, we're looking at, if you do not want to do a full refund, if it's partial refund, you still go to partial, get the ticket. Let's say that's the ticket number I want to refund. Do the same. It's the same procedure. Put in the cancellation fee if there is no, and then still also, and you continue like I did. Then cancel. If you want to cancel, like you've done a refund, but you want to cancel that refund, you go here. That is if the airline allows you to refund. I mean to cancel a refund, because not airlines allow canceling refunds or reversing refunds or reversing reissues, reversing exchanges, reissues and exchanges. So if you want to cancel, like for example, you've done a refund and now you want to cancel that refund, you go here, you click on cancel, and then you cancel that refund. Then now go to manual fare build. Time is not on our side. Manual fare build. It's a current PNR is that one. Select fare source. Select create. You can either select the fare source or where you want to, or you want the fare to come. Let's say if it's in you want to load the fare mask from a filed fare, you can select, or you want to create an empty fare calculation, manual fare build, empty manual fare build. Then you click on here and then you start everything manually, as in you insert everything manually. You can see, you select the ticket, the segments, the passenger type code, and then you continue. Steps, there are different steps to follow. All, if it's not that, I'll go back. You can say load mask from fare or load mask from ticket. If you want to load mask from fare, you click, because these are the fares we have. We have passenger 1, segment 1 to 4. So you say load, and then it loads. So everything is being loaded from the fare, and then you continue. You can go back and try to see how this works, because we don't have all the time to go through this. We have I have less than 11 minutes. We have 11 minutes to finish. You have 11 minutes to go. Now I'm just going through this quickly. If you want to load the fare from mask of an e-ticket, still you go here, select that e-ticket number you want to use. Do you want, because like for example, you have the issued one and then the original ones. You choose, or if you have multiple passengers, you choose which one you want to, which fare mask you want, e-ticket mask you want to use the fare. You want to load the fare from, and then you continue. Let's say, for example, if I want to load from this one, select, I've selected it, and then say load. So that is for, those are the segments, and then I go here. I selected for passenger 1, and you see it has given me passenger 1 that for the fare load. I selected, and then I'm supposed to continue. Then let me go to involuntary changes very fast. Involuntary changes comes in, like I said, you do, you check the coupon status, read the rules, and then go ahead, go amend the booking file. But for involuntary changes, you do not have to go through that in most cases, because it comes in when the airline has changed, let's say has done a schedule change, or there's a time change, and they do ask you to do the reissue. Or like for example, they've canceled the tickets and they've canceled the flight completely, and they say, for example, if they're flying out this week and say, we're not flying out this week, please rebook all your passengers to, let's say, Monday next week's flight. So you go on your system, book the date given, and then you come to involuntary changes. With involuntary changes, waiver code is compulsory, so it's not optional. You have to put the waiver code, for example, COVID-19, and then start the exchange. Now, when you're doing the exchange, a system does calculate, because it picks everything from the original ticket, and does not collect any additional collections or any taxes or any other fees, not even the fare difference, nothing, because it's involuntary. It's not the client that requested for that change. It's the airline that made a change or made a schedule change. That is involuntary change. Let's say if you can, let me just try it out, change something quickly and see. 27 April. I'm trying to do some quick change here on my booking file and try to see how the involuntary change is done. Okay, back to Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. I think you can still see the screen. So involuntary changes, I've amended the booking. The booking file initially it was 25th of January and now it's 28th of January. That is my outbounds. So assuming my waiver code is COVID-19, and then these modifiers are optional. You can leave them and then click here and start exchange. It's saying Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing, Travelport Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing is unable to automatically validate and authorize the fare. This process will create a filed fare to be processed as an even exchange. It is the responsibility of the user to ensure the correct fare amounts are used as applicable. Travelport is not responsible for any airline issued ADMs related to storing the fare or any taxes, fees, and changes inaccurately. Do you want to continue? You say yes. Remember, you must have read the rules, and the airline must have given you authority to do an involuntary change. Okay. Continue. Going step by step. Checking for segment revalidation. Checking route changes. Preparing your issues. So it does everything so quickly, and then within a few minutes, the ticket is issued. It says fare and TMUs must be ready. Check the data before ticketing. Note, Travelport Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing involuntary change will not process voided tickets. You say okay, and then you go here. Let me just minimize this. Go on to the fare file on the file fare checkout. You just go to checkout on the file fare. See whatever is done is okay, and you see it says commission is 0, carrier is SN, EBB restrictions apply, reissued due to COVID. and then we are doing an exchange. That is the exchange, the ticketing that we are exchanging. So the next thing to do, like in everything is being done to you, system files the fare, puts the reason for reissue in your endorsement box, because it's an involuntary change. The next thing to do is TKP. You do TKP and then the tickets are issued. Okay, we've reissued. That is how the involuntary exchange is done. Now go back to Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. Let me go back to my booking and check. Go to Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. Try to do the voiding, because we need to do this to void these tickets. See how the voiding is done. It's taking some time to load. Okay, actually it's still here. Okay, Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing. Now we are going to check on voiding, because we need to void these tickets. Like I said, voiding, you either tick void up here if you want to void all the tickets. If not that, click on the particular ticket number you want to void. But in this case, we want to void all, so I click on void. And remember, we only void open tickets or those in airports, like but not airport, but when they've issued on that very day of you're doing the void. Continue with the following entries. TRV, remember these are exchanges. TRVE, this is the entry to void an exchange. Then continue. Remember, so these tickets have been said unable to void. Unable to void. Cryptic entries have been sent. The response message shown below. Per ticket, please review. Voided any unable to change to void status. Why? Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me do it again. You know, this I was using the old one, old Smartpoint. These are the entries. I have 50 and 51. So I'm voiding again. Ticket number, that one, change to void status. So my tickets, the recent issued tickets, reissued tickets are void now. I can go back because I issued a number of them. So for example, according to my ticket list, I have the exchange. Remember, we cannot void an exchange. You have to void the open first, and then I'll go to the exchange one. This I voided this one, and then next thing to do is void this one, the 48 and 49, and then after I can void 46 and 47. Now go back to voiding. I void 48 and 49, check void, and proceed. Those ones are voided. I can still go back and void the original issue. Void when you're voiding the original, it's TRV. Remember the reissued one, voiding an exchange is TRVE. Now it's even shows you Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing shows you the entry that system is using to do what you requested for. So all these are void. Now, when you go back to the ticket list, you're going to see that all my tickets are void, like you can see. So that is it for the Smartpoint Assisted Ticketing and GEM. In case you do not, you have any questions or any area that you did not understand, please feel free to contact the Travelport Help Desk. As usual, they're always happy and available to help. That is Divine, Rahid, and Tracy, and Habiba. Thank you for attending. Please. Is there any questions? But anyway, we do not have time for questions. Maybe if you have anything you want us, please send us an email or give us a call. Thank you once again, and thank you for attending in numbers. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, Shakura is asking how to issue the ticket. Okay, let me just on for about 5 minutes, just in case there is any questions. She's asking how to issue. Shakura, I need, for me, in order for me to issue, I have to create a PNL, which might take some time. But let me just send you or give you my email address. You can always call me and then we'll see how to go about it. Email address is Habiibah. Let me just.
Thank you, Tracy. It was very nice.
Sorry? At Travelport.
Thank you very much.
And then at his email address, my telephone number, cell phone, 756-752-686-083. Please drop me an email or give me a call and then we can chat, do a one-on-one. Thank you.
Thank you, Habiibah. That was great.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for attending, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Mommy, you catch. Baba true. Mommy, ya kusabe Uganda no kudika. This is one is for Uganda. Mommy. Deko. Jam.
You can sing that. Come on, he's a good man. Give me a phone.
One four. John. One John travel. Mommy, you see.
No.
One John. Did you guys say would they cook? Yeah, cook.
Hello? Yes, divine, how are you? Yeah, yeah. No, nothing. So it's